Greetings, fellow Clashers one and all, and thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with Clash of Clans Attacks, where today we help you to know your Warden. Yes, we are going a little more deeply into the strategy around the brand new Grand Warden introduced at Town Hall 11. And we're starting by looking at a replay from Rob of Lost Phoenix. And Rob has brought the increasingly popular Go Wee Wee style attack to this base, and you'll notice he has a level 15 Grand Warden. Now there are some important facts to know about the Grand Warden's behavior and his abilities. The first is that the Grand Warden does not always target the nearest structure. He is a support unit, so he will target what other structures are being targeted by nearby units, usually trying to help out the highest hit point units or group of units in the area. But perhaps the most critical part of the Grand Warden strategy is timing his ability, the Eternal Tome. And watch right here as Rob waits for the exact right moment and then hits the ability, and it gives that invincibility to all units within his radius, specifically the golem behind him that was just about to be struck by the shells from the Eagle artillery. So absolute epic timing by Rob. But not only that, take a look at both Inferno Towers. They are burning as well, and that is the idea. Use this ability when the majority of your units are suffering the most damage. That could come at any time during the raid, but usually while the units are approaching the core. Right here, the Warden was close because you also have to watch very closely his radius of effect. If he's fallen behind a little bit, then you absolutely have to wait until he catches up. Otherwise, the ability will go to waste. Here it was ideally used and helped keep all of those units up in the center, the extra witches and the extra wizards, and they're going to make a huge difference late in this raid as Rob has already grabbed 2 stars. The entire Town Hall core is cleared out, so it's starting to look good for a 3-star attack. The Queen uses her ability, and again, watch the Warden as he follows the other units around and targets what they're targeting. He is a follower, not a leader. He wants to go and help out units. He just wants to give all day long. And right here, as the Queen goes down, watch where the Warden targets. He is following this golem, and rather than targeting a close structure, he's reaching out across the wall and targeting the defensive structure, the structure that the golem is trying to get to. And in this case, it works out perfectly because the Warden will take down that little baby cannon and the golem will move on to something else rather than spending the rest of this attack smashing its stony face on that wall. So as this attack starts to wrap up, it's looking good. Every single major defensive structure is down. In fact, there's no splash damage left whatsoever. A couple of golems are still full size. You've got wizards and witches up as well. So again, no chance to stop a 3-star win here, especially now that we've seen an additional 30 seconds of time added to these attacks. That time can sometimes make the difference between a 2 and a 3-star raid, but in the case of Rob's raid, it did not. This entire attack will be conducted in 2 minutes and 56 seconds, so just getting in under the old time. And right here, check it out, the Grand Warden is targeting a wall, despite the fact that the Grand Warden can float over walls right there. So again, he's just helping out. He could have moved on and attacked those last structures. It's just one of those little idiosyncrasies of the Grand Warden's AI that we're going to have to learn to live with. Next up, we've got Freak Show from Lost Phoenix going after none other than Kim Kardashian, who is a Legend League player. Who knew? Kim Kardashian from the clan Witch Queen getting attacked by Freak Show, and again going in with Go Wee Wee, and Freak Show has a maxed out Grand Warden, level 20, going against a nearly maxed out Town Hall 11 base. So Freak Show drops the Grand Warden in right behind the heroes and the majority of these units, which again, you have to remember the passive ability of the Grand Warden gives a significant hit point buff to every unit in the area. So it is a good idea to drop that Warden in early rather than waiting for later on in the battle, while as many units are still clumped up together and are still alive as possible, letting them last even longer, keeping an eye on that radius that moves as he does, so you know that radius is the same for both the passive ability, the Life Aura, and the active ability, the Eternal Tome. And there it goes! Freak Show activates the Eternal Tome. Pretty good timing. Had both of the heroes within the radius, kept the king up just a little bit longer, and now the units have moved in. They're taking down the Town Hall for the 1st star. Now, another important fact to know about the Grand Warden's artificial intelligence is that he follows units with a lot of hit points, either large groups of units or high hit point units. So that's why he's following the witches and the Archer Queen. But right here, he is being targeted by the Eagle Artillery, and we will see another important fact, and that is that the Grand Warden is kind of squishy. Yes, he does not have a lot of hit points, so he is going to go down pretty quickly should he be targeted by a powerful defense. And this is going to be the end of this Grand Warden. That is it. He is buried in that giant crater created by the Eagle Artillery. So that is wrapping up Freak Show's attack, but he does pull out a solid 2-star win against a legendary Town Hall 11 and takes home 23 trophies. So next up, we have none other than Apex of Lost Phoenix, who just recently crossed the Legend Barrier as well, and he's also moving in with the Go Wee Wee style attack on this Town Hall 10 this time with his Town Hall 11 troops. So definitely we see some lack of balance as the brand new 11s are getting out there and demolishing some Town Hall 10s, and that is pretty much what is about to happen right here with Apex of Lost Phoenix. So again, the Grand Warden moving in directly behind all of these units. You see his aura is affecting just about everybody. The golems kind of get out of range there for a few seconds, but eventually the Warden will catch up, and he does stay back a little ways just because of the range of his staff is so long that he doesn't need to get up as close and personal as the King or the Queen does. And right here he is in support of the golems and the Queen firing on that Tesla. It goes down, the Town Hall goes down, and now his life aura is going to continue to protect and lengthen the lives of these skeletons, and that can make a big difference in these raids. These level 3 witches combined with the passive ability of the Grand Warden really make a huge difference, and Apex is just absolutely steamrolling over this base. Now he's just grabbed the 2nd star, but if you look closely, both of his heroes are still at full health. He still has the Warden's ability, he still has the Archer Queen's Royal Cloak, and there goes the Warden's Eternal Tome, giving 5 seconds of protection to all of those units in the area, including all of those skeletons that were just about down, and that helps him get through the wall, and Apex continues to just walk all over this base, 60% damage, and as you can see once again, all of the major defensive structures are down, and this base layout is a little different than what we're used to seeing in Titan Leagues. So many players using the Nemesis or open base design. This one has many more compartments, but it still could not possibly stop a higher level Town Hall with a maxed out Grand Warden. And as this attack wraps up, you see from time to time the Warden will target walls, even though he can float over them, and that is again because he's a nice guy. He's a support hero. He wants to help out the other units, and that's what he does right up to the very end as he finishes shooting a wall, and Apex can't quite grab the 3-star. So I hope you guys enjoyed this brief review of the Grand Warden's abilities. Please let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see from future episodes. As always, thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and favorite, and I hope to see every last one of you guys back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, I hear you sing on your live streams. Is that true? Is that why they call you Galadon? Galadon.